It's the venue that's had plenty of success come through it since the mid-2010s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Glad to have you all with us for another dose of NFL action. Kate Scott and Brock Heward here in the booth for you. And Brock, if the build-up to kickoff has been... this week. Man, we're in store for a good one.
Yeah, we never have an NFL game without the two sides doing a little jawing in the days leading up to it. It's the game before the game, right? Any edge that you could create, but now, well, now it's the time to kick it off, where you actually take care of business on the field, and you know that both sides are ready to go.
So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first player picked in the 2023 NFL Draft from Alabama. It's Bryce Young.
Watching Bryce Young at Alabama, he just made the game look so easy. One of those rare prospects where everything just feels like it's in slow motion and he's in total control. Well, fast forward to the NFL, and he took a beating early in his career. Everything must have felt like a blur. But there's no denying the promise he has as a quarterback, that high upside that made him the #1 pick overall.
First play, and Young's gonna pass. Got his target. It's Hill. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Man there, it's Malik Neighbors. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a 49er first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Young on the play action. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. It was the rookie from Ohio State there to bring him down.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back. A whole lot longer down a distance.
So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough third down here. That's a catch. Looks like he's in bounds. Good effort, but still short of the first.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
So as they face fourth down, on comes Corey Bajorquez to kick. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. This will be grabbed at the 5. And he gets him what he can, but still pretty deep in their own territory starting out. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
Mahomes got to throw on this first play. Buys time, rolling right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Chiefs lining up to take a shot at 2. Mahomes throwing for 2. And he'll get in. That gives him an 8-0 lead. Well, not the way they drew it up, partner, but when it works, who cares? They didn't defend the check down throw, and it's open for 2.
I can still remember one of my first red zone days way back when. Touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. Now, I know it's not a touchdown, but this check down, well, it was a valuable 2 points.
The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Return coming from the 6. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. San Francisco headed out for its second possession of the game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. To the air on first down. Young has a man, Justin Jefferson. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot. 2nd and 3 now. From the pistol, it's Young. Completes this one to Hill. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. Young working from the gun. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. Easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
Running back sent in motion. Sticking to the air, it's Young. Finds him over the middle. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll be right back with more Madden Ultimate Team after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to kick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They kick the running back in motion. Here's 2nd and 14. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Watson. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. That play, Brock. That play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running the back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
The Chiefs making the call. They're going for two again. He's throwing for it. And he gets in. They push out the lead to 16-0. Well, they really have this defense on its heels, Brock. Still the opening half, but a couple of touchdowns now, and a perfect 2 for 2 on two-point tries.
Yeah, this defense, they're picking up the scraps. They're not doing anything well. This offense, they sure are. Scoring touchdowns and then 2-point conversions to top it off. I mean, part of the reason you don't see this a lot, Kate, is you only have so many 2-point plays in the arsenal, and they're using them here very early.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. And after that opposing score, Brock, they find themselves taking over down 16. Young back to it after the pick. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Handoff now out of the gun. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. Nothing for him on that play as we've hit the 2-minute warning. Extra man in the secondary now for the Chiefs on third down. Shotgun snap now to Young. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Young on 1st and 10. Neighbors with a catch. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line. Completes this one to Gray. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Picked off by Jalen Watson. And the Chiefs get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Now for the second time, we get a look at this Kansas City offense. And with a 2-score lead, partner, they've got the option to sit on that, or they could try something really aggressive to end the half. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. Kelsey makes the catch. And he rocks the tackler. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. All set up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw Mahomes. He's on the move. Caught near the goal line. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
So the Chiefs going for 2 once again. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And he is in for the score. We may not see them kick ever again, partner. They're now 3 for 3 on 2-point tries today. The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. 1st and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he found some running room for a nice gain. They'll get 8 yards on the run as time runs out on our first half of play. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team
Welcome
showed
back,
up,
everybody.
ready to go.
Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter.
For this one to tighten up significantly.
The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. Josh Downs to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. We managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Johnson again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Blitz coming, Mahomes. Escapes out to the left. Oh, he's gonna run for it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're gonna be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
set of downs for him from the 46. Throwing on first down, Mahomes. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Trying again, following the sack. Chased out to his right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. And they don't connect looking deep there, but this play's not quite over yet. There's a flag on the field. Offense tagged for the penalty there as they walk off the distance. Penalty not helping their cause for this third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's loaded another big game downfield. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs grow the lead coming out of halftime. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
The Chiefs making the call. They're going for two again. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And he gets into the end zone again. And this is just automatic for them at this point. Now a perfect 4 for 4, going for two. The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The 49ers and Bryce Young making their way back out on offense. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Young. Completed over the middle. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That excitement brings us to the end of the quarter. They'll have a shiny new set of downs to play with to start the fourth. It's Chiefs football, and they've got to feel pretty good about this score entering the fourth. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. This is Johnson heading right. Escapes a defender. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender, heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
They're set up at the 35 now. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And he's down by contact after picking up the 1st.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's able to get it past midfield and down onto the 49er side. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Chiefs coasting to the finish line. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Play action, Mahomes. Buying some time right. On the run right, throwing deep down. They connect on the deep shot. Touchdown, Kansas City. Well, as they drive 4-1 right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
So the Chiefs going for 2 once again. Mahomes throwing for 2. Flush down out to his left. And to the surprise of nobody, they are in for 2 yet again. And that is not one, that's 5 conversions in this game, Brock. And with that, they're the first NFL team to ever have that many in one game. The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Return starts at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Motioning left is their running back. Here's Young on 1st and 10. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And now they face 2nd down. Young working from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
This is complete to Neighbors. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
Hauled in by Gray. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Sticking to the air, it's Young. Finds his man Gray. And he's taken down at the 30. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. One final shot here. Short pass brought in. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there. So score this a win for the Chiefs. And if they could play at this level every time out, well, their coaches would be happy as they could be. Total team effort, a dominating victory. So for our crew, my partner Brock Ewert and myself, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been Madden Ultimate Team. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Kansas City.